This is all fun and games till we get into the ring, and then you find out who's softer than Aquafina. If you can't take the heat, get away from my arena, cause all I bring is heat. You can call me jalapeno. Keep my name out your mouth unless you're trying to sing. Accolades that you give when seeing a champion. Belt, trophy, your ring. If you got it, show your bling. Then tune in to the ship where we talk about it, man. But if you tune in, you gotta know the showtime. Every Saturday right here at 9. We keeping it straight facts, while others they just assume. We keeping it 100, for faking there's no room. With the hottest interviews and the lightest guests, you done dealt with the rest, now roll with the best. But before I forget, let me get back to the script. Introduce you to your host of the ship, Darren Smith.
And welcome to another edition of The Ship here on Fox Sports Radio, KLKC, 1540 AM. I am your host, the captain of the ship, the Honorable Darren Smith. And I am here in Indianapolis, Indiana for the NFL Combine. And joining me today, for at least this first segment, is an honor to have with me the son of the legendary, the great Hall of Famer, Walter Payton, who not only was a great football player, but a great man. I have with me Jarrett Payton. Jarrett, how you doing today?
D. Smith, what's going on, man?
Man, it is. Look, it's just a pleasure to be having you here on the ship today.
Let me tell you right now, man. The intro is fire, and I know I got beats by Dre on right now, but let me just tell you, unbelievable, and it's a pleasure to be able to talk with you, man.
Well, thank you very much. You know, my brother would love to hear that. He's the one that did it, so he's a big fan of your father, so that's going to make him feel real good when he hears this interview.
Well, that's what you got to love, man. You know, it's kind of weird to have, to be from Chicago and, being in Chicago, your dad is really good, but, to see that he can expand all across the globe in other cities and that football players and football fans just respect him, to me, that's just an honor.
Now, we'll talk more about your purpose here at the Combine. I know it's probably like everyone else just to cover it, but let's get a little background, get a little history. What was it like growing up as the son of the greatest running back that ever played?
Man, it was kind of the gift and the curse. I mean, it was great to have him as your dad, but I think the expectations for you as a person and as a football player, as just everything was heightened just a little bit. But, my dad taught me at a young age, he said, son, don't be like me, be better than me. And now I understand what he's talking about being 35 years old. He was talking about more about being a man than just a football player. And, you'll never be able to live up to other people's shoes or shadows. But if you can be yourself, that's the one thing that I try to tell, not just my people who follow me on Twitter and all that, but all these young kids too. Just be yourself, and if you can enjoy that, then you're doing what you're supposed to.
Now, you gave the induction for your father for the Hall of Fame. I mean, how big is that? I know your
huge.
Father just
the first son to ever do that, which is huge. I mean, we all want to say we're the first at something, but I was the first son to ever induct his father into the Hall of Fame. And when you see it happening now, mine keeps coming up. It always comes up. And to be able to say I was the first is pretty special. But that day was one of those iconic moments in my life that I just remember. Anytime I look at pictures of that moment, huge moment, man.
So how were you able to go about preparing to write? I mean, who helped you put the words together? I mean, did you have a little help? Did your father help you?
No, I had a little bit of help. I had a lady close to our family, Miss Luna, who was our housekeeper from when I was 4 years old. She helped me put it all together, and it just came out perfect. And I helped out a little bit, and I was only 12 years old at the time, so it was tough. But you have to get those moments, and those moments shape you for the rest of your life.
So now, obviously, your father's passed away, but his memories continue to live on, obviously, with the Walter Payton Award. Yeah. How did that make you and the family feel when the league decided to name that award after your dad?
D. Smith, it was Super Bowl 34, Rams versus the Titans in Atlanta, and had a chance to them to change the award, and to see where it's gone from that moment to where it is in 2016. I mean, night and day. Nationwide is a sponsor now. I mean, they changed it at the NFL Honors that this award now goes at the end of the night. Not the MVP, it's this award. And so to have a guy like...
This is a big buildup throughout the season for it, too, because, like, in Kansas City, man, I mean, people were furious that Eric Berry did not.
I know. We don't get like final say, all right? So my mom gets a vote.
And I was going to ask, how does that
My
work?
mom gets a vote, and she gets the vote for the family, and the NFL votes too. There's other people that are voting, so we just get one vote. So we don't just pick who we want. We get to see everybody's background and just to read everything that Eric Berry is doing. Great guy, his story compelling. I mean, it's just, hopefully that we get a chance that guys, keep doing what they're doing. They keep getting recognized, and hopefully, we get a chance to be able to give him the award one day.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is there something in it that says that you can't have a repeat winner?
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if there's been a repeat winner.
I don't think that's kind of reason I was asking. I don't think there's ever been. But
no, but I don't know if there's anything in there. I think once you win, you're done.
Okay, and what's crazy is the Chiefs have the players who have won it the most. Actually,
I didn't know that.
yeah, which is why they were like Eric Berry, and of course everybody knows the story with Eric Berry coming back from cancer and stuff to come back be an All Pro and Pro Bowl. So now you had some experience playing in the league and college and CFL and indoor. Give us a little background of your playing history.
I had a chance to go to the University of Miami back when we were just dominating everybody. I was there in 99 to 2003, won a national title, basically lost, single digits of games in my career, 5 years there. I think it was like 8 or 9 games that I lost, which was unbelievable, and then didn't get drafted. I was a Orange Bowl MVP. I got a chance to play against Florida State, beat them. So I beat them twice in 1 year, so that was cool. And then had a chance to go on to play with the Tennessee Titans as a free agent. I was there for 2 years. Next thing you know, after that, took a year off basically and went up to Canada, played in Montreal with the.
And you won a world championship up there, didn't you?
I actually won a world championship in NFL Europe. So they sent me over when I was with the Tennessee Titans. They sent me over. I won a World Bowl championship over there, and probably the most fun I've ever had playing football was when I went over to Europe.
So now, when you were in college and even your time playing in the league, was there ever pressure put on you? I mean, or did you just have pressure put on yourself because of your name?
It was always pressure. I mean, every single day. I mean, my dad was not just a good football player. He was a great person in the community. So there was always these, you have to be this way. You have to live this way. And, none of us like to be put in a box or like this is how you have to live, right? So for me, it was more like you really had to find out who you were as a person. And I did. I found out what I really love to do and my passion. And once I got that passion, man, I tried to figure out what it was I wanted to do, and I just started to act, accordingly. And life just started to fall into place. And so, God has really blessed me and my family with the ability to keep my dad's legacy alive and also create our own legacy. Now we're starting our families. I got a son who's 3.5, and I got a baby girl on the way in April. So now, the Payton family is growing, and that's what you love to see.
Congratulations on that. And how is the rest of your family? Your sister, how's the rest of your family?
Oh, yeah, my sister's doing great. She's a part of WGN TV. She has a show on Sundays called Chicago's Best. My mom is doing great. My family's growing. I've been married for 6 years. I'm about to have 2 kids, and to me, that's what life's about, man. That's better than scoring any touchdown in the world. I'll be honest with you. I mean, rushing for all that was cool, but being a parent, being a husband, and being around is what makes life worth living.
So tell us what you were doing up here at the Combine.
Oh, for me, I'm up here covering the Bears. I had to come up and get John Fox and Ryan Pace sound for today and listen to those guys, man. I have a radio show called The Beat in Chicago on WGN 720 AM, and then I also have a TV show on CLTV from Sunday to Thursday called CLTV Sports Feed. So I get a chance to really dive into Chicago sports. And, man, when it comes to the Bears, man, I don't write. I'm not a beat writer. I do write, but I'm like one of the voices of the Bears, man. Like, people look to me to get information that they're probably not going to get from their beat writer. So I give it to them just in another form. And, it's funny, how we looked at Cam Newton this year, and everybody was talking about Cam and how Cam's doing it. Well, you look at Cam and just the generation that he appeals to, right? The hip-hop culture. I mean, that's what I grew up in. So I give my own little twist to certain things, but I've had to kind of find my angle of not how to know. I know so many guys, and I respect the organization where I have to be honest and true to who I am, but also be able to cover and talk about the team when they're not doing well, because I know guys on the team. So it's been a line, but over the last year and a half, I've really started to come into my own and hopefully get a chance to really keep excelling in this business.
Well, before we let you go, how can people get a hold of you on social media?
Man, just follow me on Twitter at PaytonSun, PaytonSun, and then you can just follow me too on Facebook and all that stuff. Everything is PaytonSun, PaytonSun.
All right. Well, Payton, Jarrett, I appreciate your time and thank you for the opportunity to talk to you, man.
D. Smith, do that, man. You know, it's the ship, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is The Ship with Darren Smith. We'll be back after this timeout.
Keep it locked in to The Ship with Darren Smith, exclusively on Fox Sports Radio, 1540 AM KLKC.